Here are 10 tips and tricks for freeforms on your Mac. Let me show you how you can rotate shapes or images in freeform for Mac. So here I am on my board. By default, when you select an image on the shape, you will have a transfer controls for scaling up and down. You can even hold Shift to maintain the proportion. But how about the rotation? For rotation, please press and hold Command. So that's Command on your keyboard. And now with the Command down, you can rotate instead of scaling. So you will need to press and hold Command on the keyboard. Take a look. By default, we're scaling the object. But when you press Command, you will see the rotation indicator. You can even press Command Shift together, so you got those jumpy rotation every 15 degrees. Alright, so that's how you can rotate your objects in freeform for macOS. How can we align and distribute objects in our boards on freeform Mac? First, we need to select more than one object to do that, so let's select all 3 objects. And now, as you can see, we got this little icon showing here just below the group. Align, distribute. We can use this shortcut, and they give us some options. We can align like that to a horizontal line. We can do it in the vertical manner. In this case, all of them will be at the top of each other. All right, so that's very handy, especially if you got more like horizontal alignment problem, like space like that. You can select them all to the center perfectly. But now the second thing, let's say we want to align them. We already know how to do that. Select all of the objects, shortcut, align. Nice. How about the space between them? We can adjust that as well using distribute. So I can now distribute them evenly, and I got a same space between multiple objects. It can be a real lifesaver. We got many icons to align in the nice grid. This is super helpful. And if you like this and you don't want to like mess it up, you can group it all together. And now this will function as one group, all move together. If you double tap, you can still move separately the elements inside the group. But then it's become a group again. How can we airdrop our freeform to other people or our devices? Simply open up the board that you want to airdrop, so double tap, enlarge the board, and then at the top right corner you will see the share button. But be careful, don't click airdrop just yet. Right now we are inviting to collaborate. Take a look. So instead of sending the original document, we'll be sending links for people to join and start creating the very same one. So if you want that, if you want to invite others, do just that. But if you want to send the copy to others, change this from collaborate to send copy. And now click airdrop here. They give a warning that you will create a link to this document, and everybody with the link will be able to download this for next 30 days. Continue. Alright, and now we can select people in our area that got airdrop turned on. As you can see, my iPhone just appeared and I can click on that. I'm waiting now, and it's already sent. I don't need to click confirmation because it's my device, but in some cases, if this is somebody not from your friends list, they will need to click confirm. And take a look at the top right, I got this new icon showing me like people that participate in this project. Luckily, what I did, I was just sending the copy, so even I'm making changes on my iPhone right now as we speak, it's not affecting this original one because I create a separate copy for that user for my iPhone. Alright, so that's how you do it. Just top right corner, you can share, invite people to collaborate on the very same one, or you can make a copy. In some cases, that's a recommended one, so nobody can mess up your freeform artboard. Let me show you how easy it is to create a simple flowchart using freeform on macOS. Head to Shapes, and then use a basic group at the very top. The flowchart usually starts with the rounded shape, like a full oval or rectangle with rounded corners, so that's kind of up to you. I will go with this ellipse-like shape to start my flowchart. Next shape will be a process shape when we can type the process. So that's a rectangle. In some cases, you may have a decision shapes when you got two ways. You answer the question and then you got yes or no way. For this kind of decision making, we need a diamond-like shape, this one. All right. And with those three shapes, you should be able to assemble a simple flowchart yourself. We can edit styling a bit. So you can use different colors or even border around the shapes. So for the first one, I will use like yellow. And I will give it a border. And I will make this border in a similar color, just a bit darker. Just like that. Keep in mind, you can double tap on the shape to type. Just like that. Alright, so we got one shape that we start from here, then we got process. We can modify the process color as well. And remember, we can double tap and type stuff inside. You probably got more than one step in your flowchart, so you can simply Command C, Command V to duplicate that. Then maybe there's some kind of decision to make. So let's place a decision block over here. And the decision can go both ways. So we got some option for yes, we got some option for no. We could zoom out a bit to see more of our flowchart by clicking this minus here. And then we end the flowchart the same way we get started. So we got this oval shape with end. All right. So we got all of the shapes here for a simple flowchart. You can rearrange them as you need, but how can we connect them together? We need to use a connector line over here or the arrow line like that. The connector line is a bit better because you can stick it to the shape and then to another and then use this control points to adjust this. The advantage of connector line is if you move something in your chart, the line will follow. Take a look. So you will not break the diagram when you're making changes. You can even select both shapes like that. Head to insert and then connection line. And to add the line in between them. Insert connection line. Insert connection line. One here. Then we need final line to the end. And one more here. All right, we got all of the shapes, we got all of the lines. We can adjust those lines a bit. Take a look. We can make them break like that. Perfect. And here's my flowchart. Now I can simply double tap to type process steps. I can type the big question over here. And we need yes or no, so we are sure which way is what, so we can add additional text with yes wrote and no. And that's how easy it is to assemble a simple flowchart using just FreeForm for macOS. It's rather similar process on iPad as well. Hey guys, it's rather silly that there is no mirror flip button in FreeForms, so how can we work around this feature that is still missing? Simply double tap on your image. It will open the preview mode like that, but we can click here and open this with the actual preview on macOS. From here, we can tap to preview tools, so we can head to the top and flip it horizontally or vertically. And now we need to save this new version. So if you try to close this, they will ask you to save this new flipped version. Be sure you select PNG in case you are saving the image without the backdrop to maintain that alpha channel, the transparent backdrop. And now we just drag and drop this alternative version, and here it is, a flipped version of the image. As I mentioned, unfortunately, we cannot just click flip inside FreeForm right now. Let me show you how easy it is to delete boards in FreeForm on your Mac. The best way is to go back. So if you are in the active board like I am right now, click this go back button. This way you can see all of your boards and you can create new boards as well. right now we want to delete the existing one, so simply right click on the existing board and then you will see delete option. Click on that, it will ask you for confirmation, click OK, and now it's gone. But if you delete something by mistake, keep in mind you got this recently deleted here on the left, when you can go in and you can now right click and recover or permanently delete. So if I delete it for a second time, it's gone forever now. Or you can just wait 30 days and they will remove it after 30 days in the bin. The best way of sharing your freeform diagram to people outside Apple ecosystem is to export your content as PDF. To do that on Mac, simply head to Files at the top and you will see it straight away, Export as PDF. Click on it and they will ask you for a name of your file and location on your computer. Simply click Export and that's it. Let's try to reopen this file in PDF format. And here's the PDF. As you can see, the program adjusts the size of the page in PDF to match your content exactly. So be sure you kind of tied up, organize your content to have a nice size of the page. For example, if I left something far away like here, the page will be stretched all the way to there to also include that piece of content. Alright, so that's how you can very easily and quickly turn your freeform content into nice printable, shareable PDF. Let me show you how we can use Freeform, Apple app available for macOS and iPad, to draw a logic diagram. So we're going to draw a logical circuits with all of those logic gates. So let's start by simply drawing those logic gates. There are actually only 4 gates, plus each gate got a negative version, so 8 in total, and then you can draw any logical circuit you need. So take a look, we can easily draw those gates. Even though they're not here in the shape menu, we can add a rectangle and oval, and then we can combine those two shapes. Simply select both shapes, then you got a grouping option here, click on it, and you will see combine shapes. There are 4 options. In this case, we need to unite 2 shapes together. So the first option, and that's the brand new shape, and you may recognize this is AND gate. I don't want color in, so no fill. Instead, I will grab a line around. 5 points will do, black color, and we got our first logic gate. Let's create OR gate. Let's add 2 circles just like that. I'm going to select them both. I want to see the outline, not the fill color. Okay, select both, and this time I will select the intersecting part. So that will be a second option here. So we got this middle intersection and one more circle now at the end to kind of cut out the back of it. We don't need the back of it, so we can just select them again. And as you can see, those shape building options are really powerful here in Freeform. So very quickly combining multiple shapes, we draw ourselves another gate called OR gate. Let's be sure they're kind of in similar size. Alright, so we got 2 gates ready to use. The next one is really simple. It's a buffer shape, so just a simple triangle with a bit of rotation. You can press Command to rotate the triangle, just like that. And again, let's restyle it. No fill, simple black line. Let's make the same height as other gates. And that's it. And there's only one left, and then negative versions. So the last one is called XOR, and it's very similar to OR. So I just copy OR gate. And then draw additional line kind of behind it. This line will need to be a bit thicker to match the overall design. So for 5 points, that's what we used before. And here it is. Now we can group it. As I mentioned, each gate got the negative version, but it's really simple to do. We simply press a little circle in front. So let's copy them all. Command C, Command V. That's a common shortcut for copy and paste, as you may remember already. And now I'm going to grab an oval, make it tiny. And again, let's match our style, but this time I will actually add a fill color. I will put white, and I will put the line, so I don't need to worry about overlapping here. And let's simply duplicate this over enough times for each gate. And we already create all of the gates we need. Normally you don't need all of the gates, but in this lesson I want to show you how to make all. Alright, with all of those gates here, now we can start creating logical circuits. How we can do that? That depends on the circuit you got. So let me just type some simple circuit here. Alright, so in my example, I will draw y equals not a and b. We need a, b, and y, not and. Okay, so let's start with letters. So there will be a and b. I can use this text tool at the top to type the letter A. You can change the size of it and style of it if you need. Alright, I will copy this whole thing, Command C, Command V, make letter B. One more for letter Y. Here it is. We can see that we got not A, so we will need a not gate. That's this one. So I can copy this one. By the way, we can group it together first, so it will stay together with this negation. Alright, I copy this one. Command C, Command V. And now we're going to use the line tool to connect A and this one. So we need to connect them together with a connector. We can head for Insert Connection Line if you want to have a line like this, but take a look, we need to adjust the place of connection over here. By the way, connection line is sticky, so if I move this, look at that, my line is following this, so that's a proper diagram. Alright, we got not A and B. Which one is AND? This one. So I copy my AND gate I draw here at the top already. We can scale it down a bit to match overall size of this diagram. You can hold Shift to scale in proportion. Alright, so we got not A. Let's connect those two. Again, you can go Insert and Connection Line. And now I connect this one with B. And finally, we connect A to the result of it to the Y. Nice. We managed to draw a whole logical circuit using just a FreeForm app that is available for free on every Mac or iPad. Keep in mind, we can make some minor adjustments here. We can make this line in a proper styling like that. It's more like a proper diagram and it's a bit easier to read. Okay, as you can see, it's totally possible to do logic gate diagrams in FreeForm. If you want to snap a quick screenshot of it, you can switch off the grid, Command Shift number 4, and you can snap a local screenshot without any complicated exports. Let me show you how you can save your board from Apple FreeForm as an image on your Mac. So the first step will be to click File at the top left corner and export this board as PDF. That's right, PDF first and then quick conversion to an image. So export as PDF. Now I can open up my board in PDF. As you can see, all of the unused paper around elements was cut. So the size of the board will very much depend how well you organize it. Okay, now we can turn this PDF into a regular JPEG you can share in the chat or easily post online. So just click File at the top left again. And from here you will be able to export. This time we got more format to choose from. Let's head and choose a JPEG, and now we can decide about quality. So be sure you keep a balance. If you make it like best, you will have a bit larger file. So I like to have it like just almost to the end, but not really. And then click Save. And this time I got a JPEG, but as you may notice, the quality dropped a bit comparing to PDF. So just be mind, if you got a lot of small text and stuff like that, it's maybe a bit blurry. Alright, so that's how you do it. First, click File, Export to PDF. In your Forms, File, Export to PDF, and then open up the PDF in the default preview on your Mac, and you can easily export to JPEG from there. Let me show you how you can get rid of the backdrop from your pictures in FreeForm on your Mac. So here I am on my board and I already drag and drop this image. So click on the image, you will see this short menu showing below. The first option will give us three choices. We can set original size, replace this image with the new one, or remove the backdrop. And that's what we need, right? So let's click remove backdrop. And here it is. It was rather quick and we got our image without the backdrop, so we can position this nicely on our board. Alternatively, if you got troubles with this feature, you can double tap on the image and you have option to open with preview. If you head to the preview, you can head to tools at the top and you will see remove backdrop, convert to PNG, and that's it. Now if I close it, and they will give us the prompt to save this version. All right, I can simply drag in the alternative version without the backdrop, and here it is. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next tutorial.